Hi everyone, welcome to Little Diamond Yoga Stories with me, Megan. And Little Diamond Yoga Stories is all about learning a new story and doing some yoga poses as we go along. So copy the moves that I do and try to have some fun. Okay, let's start our yoga as we always do by crossing our legs, sitting on our bottoms and bringing our hands to our heart. And after 3 we'll say our yoga hello, namaste. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Okay, now today's story is all about a horse. So let's start in our horse pose. Coming onto our knees. Take one foot in front of the other, so your knee is bent. Take your hands to your heart and lift them above your head. Then we're going to rock back and forth as we say clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Just like a horse. Well done. Bring your hands down and take that foot back. Now bring the other foot in front instead. Hands back to your heart and lift above your head. And this time as we rock back and forth, let's say neigh like a horse. Well done. Henry is the name of our horse today, and Henry lives on a farm. Come to stand with your legs wide and your hands at your heart. Take them above your head to show the farmhouse. Well done. Henry has lots of friends on the farm. There's Hannah Hen. Bring your feet back together and then crouch down. Try not to wobble. And pop your hands on your hips and then let's cluck, cluck, cluck like a hen. Well done. There's Clarissa the cow. Let's go into our cow lick pose. I'm going to do it facing backwards so you can see my arms. Sitting on your bottom with your legs crossed. Take your arms out wide and then scoop one hand upwards so the fingers are facing towards your neck. Take your other arm over the top and then face it down. And if you can, touch your fingers together. And then let's moo like a cow. Fantastic. There's also Pedro Pig. Sitting on your bottoms, your legs out wide in front of you. And then lift up your knees, they're slightly bent, putting your feet flat on the floor. Take your hands and slide them under your knees so they are either side of your feet. And then let's oink, oink, oink like a pig. Well done. And finally, Henry's other friend is Shelley the sheep. Let's go into our sheep pose. Coming onto our hands and knees. And then let's baa, baa, baa like a sheep. Well done. Henry loves spending time with his friends, but he loves it most when the farmer takes him to the big field. Lie on your backs and take your legs up straight to the sky. The field is full of lots of green grass. Can you wiggle your toes as though the grass is blowing in the wind? Well done. Henry likes to walk around the field. Coming to standing. And we're going to take some big steps as Henry walks around the field. 1. And again. 2. And again. 3. 1 more. 4. Well done. He also likes jumping over small gates. We're going to run and jump. Well done, let's try it the other way. Run and jump. Fantastic. And the other thing that Henry loves to do in the field, coming to sit on your bottoms and take your legs out wide in front of you, bending forward. He likes to eat all the grass. Sitting back up, and then let's bend over, down to these toes, and eat that grass. Sitting back up again, and down to the other toes, and eat that grass. Henry thinks the luscious grass is delicious. Henry is starting to feel a little bit nervous. Very soon he is going to be taking part in a special sports day for horses. He has been practicing for the events every single day and he's learned lots of new tricks. Coming onto your knees. Bottom up. Well done. Take one leg out in front of you. Take your hands to your heart, take them above your head. Henry has learnt how to bow. Take your hands as you bend forward, taking your hands to touch the floor. And coming back up again. Keep your hands where they are as you take that foot back and put the other foot in front of you instead. And then let's bow again, bending forwards and touching our hands to the floor. Super. He's also learned how to pick things up off the floor using his mouth. Stand with your legs wide and take your arms out wide. And we're going to bend over to touch the floor with this hand as the other hand is shooting up towards the sky. Coming back up again. Let's try it the other side. Bending down, touching the floor with this hand and shooting the other arm up to the sky. Well done. Henry's learnt how to open gates. Coming back down onto your knees and take your leg out to the side. Lift your opposite arm and let's open the gate. Eek. Well done. Coming back up and bringing that leg back. Let's put the other leg out this time. Lift our opposite arm. Let's close the gate. Eek. Well done. Now the gate on Henry's paddock and on his stable has a very special lock. Coming onto your bottoms and cross your legs. And then take your arms out wide and then wrap them up tight around you, locking them in. Henry doesn't know how to open these special locks. That way the farmer knows he will be kept safe. Henry knows he has to show all these skills at his special sports day. But he's not worried. Standing up with our legs slightly apart. Put your hands on your hips. Henry knows he can do them. As long as he warms up with simple tricks, he'll be able to perform the tricky tricks. No problem. The simple tricks that Henry uses to warm up are bring your feet together and take one big step forward. Take your arms out so one is facing forwards and one is behind you. He calls this one leg forward. Bend that front knee. It's almost like he's surfing. Well done. Take your arms down and then can you jump so your legs are facing the other direction? Well done. Take your arms out again so one is in front of you, one is behind. Bend that front knee and let's pretend to surf. He's also will warm up using leg up. Bring your feet together and then lift up one leg behind you and hold the ankle. Try not to wobble. Put that leg down and now let's lift up the other leg. Try not to wobble. Fantastic, and put that leg down. And also, the final trick he finds really easy that he will use to warm up is walking backwards. Looking over his shoulder so he doesn't bump into anything and walking backwards. Well done. The one event that Henry is very nervous about is the jumping event. Henry loves practicing his jumps at home. but he has never done the show jumping event at the special sports day before. The last gate is so high. Coming to stand your feet together. Lift your arms up and point to the sky, showing how high the jump is. Henry doesn't think he'll be able to do it. He doesn't know what he can do. The next day, Henry decides to talk to his friends to get some advice. First, he goes to see Hannah Hen. Keeping your feet together, crouch yourselves down and pop your hands on your hips. He explains to Hannah how he's feeling. She says, "Oh, don't be silly. You'll be amazing. You don't need to worry, just believe in yourself." Henry thinks this advice is a bit silly, so he goes to see Pedro Pig, sitting down onto your bottoms with your legs out wide in front of you. Then slightly bend your knees and put your feet flat on the floor. Take your hands and slide them under your knees and oink, oink, oink like a pig. Pedro tells Henry to take 3 confidence breaths before he starts and shows him how to do them. Next, he goes to see Clarissa Cow, crossing our legs, arms out wide, then scoop one arm upwards so your fingers are facing up towards your neck. Take the other one over your head and try to touch your fingers together. And then moo like Clarissa. Well done. Clarissa tells Henry to take his time and walk around the course first. Finally, he goes to see Shelley Sheep. Onto your hands and knees. And baa, 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 like a sheep. She tells Henry to make sure he gets a good sleep and then eats a big breakfast. Henry likes this idea. He runs back to his stable. Hang your legs wide, bring your hands to your heart and lift above your head, where he goes to rest and get a good night's sleep. Coming to lie down on your sides. The next day, Henry wakes up, coming to sitting on your bottoms, your legs crossed. And he has a big stretch, stretching your arms up to the sky and then out to the sides. And then take your legs out wide in front of you, as he has a very big breakfast of hay. Grab your tummy with one hand and pat your head with the other. And then take the hand from your head onto your tummy and the hand from your tummy onto your head. Rub your tummy with one hand and pat your head with the other. Well done. Then Henry heads off to the special sports day. He starts off with his skills, standing up with your legs wide and your arms wide, and let's start to spin. Henry whizzes through his skills. He starts off warming up with his leg forward, his leg up, and he's walking backwards. Then he does his bow. He picks up the objects off the floor, and he opens and closes the gate. He whizzes through these skills, and he does them all amazingly. Well done. Next up is the show jumping event. Henry starts by looking at all the gates in the course. And then he remembers what Clarissa says. He decides to walk around the course. 1 big step. The other leg. 2. 3. As he's walking. 4. Henry looks carefully. 5. At every single gate. 6. Well done. Then, before he begins, he remembers to take his 3 confidence breaths, just like Pedro had said. As we breathe in, we're going to lift our arms up to the sky. And And as we breathe out, we're going to pull them down into fists and say, I can do this. And again, breathing in and out. I can do this. Breathing in and out. I can do this. Henry's a little bit unsure still. He's still a little bit nervous. He's done his steps. He's done his breaths. But then he remembers what his friend Hannah had said. He can do this. He just needs to believe in himself. Henry is ready. He looks at the first jump. Let's go. He runs and he jumps over it. 1. And he does it again. Jump for the second jump. And again. Jump for the third. And again. Jump for the fourth. And finally, coming with your feet together and squatting down, crouching down. After 3 for the final, highest jump. We're going to do a big jump. 1, 2, 3, jump! Well done. Take your legs wide. Henry has done it. The audience gives him a great big round of applause. Well done. Bring your feet together, put your hands on your hips. Henry is so proud of himself. He walks back to his horse box with a great big smile on his face. Let's go into a horse box pose. Come in to sit on your bottoms, your legs in front so your knees are bent. Take your hands either side of your bottom and then lift up your hips and your bottom to show his horse box. Henry goes to wait in there until the winner is announced. Let's come to lying on our backs with our legs slightly apart and our hands by our sides. Well done, Henry. He did it. He had put all the hard work in with all of his practicing at home, but also going on his friend's advice and believing in himself helps give him the confidence to achieve. We don't know if Henry wins, but that doesn't matter because he tried his best and we are proud of Henry. What would you like to achieve? Keep practicing and believe you can, and I think you will. Now wiggle your fingers and your toes. Lift up your knees and give them a hug. Roll onto your side and push yourselves up onto your bottoms with your legs crossed. Bring your hands to your heart. And after 3, we'll say our yoga goodbye. Namaste. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, Little Diamond Yoga Stories today. See you again soon. Bye.